Okay, so it's to announce first of all that we are happy to welcome everyone to our 10th convocation of Veritas University, Abuja, that is taking place on Saturday, this Saturday, and the activities will begin by 9 o'clock with the Holy Mass, then followed by commissioning of some projects, and then the procession will begin, and then the convocation activities will begin in the multi-purpose hall. Some key individuals have been invited for this convocation, and one or two governors may be in attendance. Then the guest lecturer or the convocation lecturer is Dr. Kula, a designer of Sahara Energy Group. So we're expecting that things will go well on this account. We also have the number of students that are graduating. We have, of course, is a convocation for both graduating undergraduate students who are graduating now, and then plus the postgraduate students. So altogether, we have about 331 students who are graduating, and about 60 of them are in the graduate class, the postgraduate class. And then the others are in the undergraduates. So out of this number, we have 30 in first class, and 151 in second class upper division, and 130 in second class lower division, and 20 in third class honors. Third class. So the committee has worked very hard to make sure that everything is smooth for this convocation, and we want to thank the chairman and his committees and subcommittees for their efforts. So as we said, a number of projects will be commissioned. We're commissioning the new Pareto Girls or female hostel, a massive hostel that has just been completed. We are also commissioning the university clinic that has just been completed, and another male hostel that has also just been completed. So I think this is a moment to thank God for his many mercies throughout the last academic year, and to thank our staff who have worked so hard, very, very hard, to make sure that the students are gain for their stay in the university, and they've been thoroughly trained and academically, intellectually, and morally to prepare them for the world of work. And so I want to extensively thank our staff and administrators for the work they have done and in helping these students to graduate, both at the graduate level and undergraduate level. So I think we will be able to take questions as they arrive, as you deem fit. If there are questions and clarifications or any other thing we need to put forward for you put forward in the public domain, we'll be happy to do that. But I think this is in a nutshell the essence of our gathering here, to celebrate the graduation of our students who have passed through this Veritas University and have done very well to justify their years, the years they have spent here.
This is the 10th convocation. It is no mean feat. However, my colleague told me that during the 8th convocation and lecture, the school made mention of the plans to establish a language learning center where people can learn languages. So I want to know how far we plan. And also, the VC did not mention the total number of courses that have been fully accredited, and if there are plans for further accreditation. So just.
So in terms of the critical language lab or critical language course we wanted to establish, the effort is still geared in that direction. We are still contacting embassies, we are still writing proposals to relevant embassies that we believe that may have interest in sponsoring their languages in this language program. We've not given up on it, we're still making effort, and we are also having responses. Many are positive, and we're hoping that in the very near future we shall be able to establish the language course where people can come and learn critical languages, European languages, Asian languages, and others that are relevant, so that they can communicate in whatever, wherever they travel to. Spanish, English, of course, French, Chinese, and all these other languages. So the effort is still on in that direction. Now, in terms of the number of programs we have up to 32 undergraduate programs, and of course over 18 postgraduate programs. These are also in the faculties of education, management, humanities, social sciences, engineering, and natural and applied sciences, and of course the faculty of law. So we are also proposing to begin new programs. We're also proposing to begin, as we talk today, we're still waiting for NUC result verification teams for programs of pharmacy and nursing and medical lab science. These are upcoming programs we have. We also have had the result verification for PhD program in English and Literary Studies, and then accounting, PhD in accounting, then PhD in mass communication, and then which other? Then counseling, masters in counseling. We also starting a new program in computer software engineering. So these are the new upcoming courses we intend to begin. Of course, you know that some of our programs are already running in their PhD levels. For example, economics and political science are already running and graduating students. We also having an increasing number of increasing uptake in the in our master's programs, and of course diploma programs. So a number of students are enrolling, and we are also advertising for more candidates to take up courses in these programs. So because of certain conditionalities, we have had to put a hold on that. But we are also negotiating with, of course, other universities that are interested in our collaboration with them. We are still negotiating with those. But you see, when you are doing that kind of collaboration, you have to be mindful that your program is not subjected to some other university's program. So we need to be sure that we are completely independent, and that what we run here meets the standards and of NUC prescriptions. And of course, in all these, we are guided by NUC, even in such collaborations. Okay, so guided by NUC collaborations, prescriptions and directives, we've had to put a hold on that particular program. But though we are still negotiating with other universities abroad. In terms of the first class students who graduate from our universities, we absorb as many of them as possible back into the university, because we believe these are the future of Veritas University. You can't compromise the quality and quality of staff, quality of your faculty. And the more you choose or you select the best hands, the better for the university. I mean, the more you guarantee the future of the university. So we are absorbing as many of our first class materials as possible into their so they begin as graduate assistants. So in almost all our programs we have graduate assistants, okay, who train along with their mentors, and of course and then they do their masters as well in the university under very favorable conditions. So we try to encourage them. I mean, but there are definitely others who would like to pursue other goals, okay, other objectives other than teaching and researching. Okay, you may make this clear, but your calling is not teaching and researching. So you might want to pursue other goals. So we allow them and support them wherever they do. Sometimes we have to write references for them as they go abroad, travel abroad to go and study. And I can tell you that our reports are very, very, very positive. The report we get about our students who travel abroad to study, very, very positive. We are happy with their performance. And even from the industry, even the reports we get from the industry, we are very confident that our students are doing very well. So we are happy for what they are doing. In fact, one of our students was just invited abroad to Berlin to address the global audience on the software they are developing with the team. Okay, so they were invited to Berlin to address the global audience, and they did it, and we are very proud of them. So they continue with their exploits, in terms of the development of their software, and which we are encouraging them to go on with. Of course, there are others who are also, during the last edition of the Big Brother Nigeria, there was one of our students that participated, Sasuke, and we are very proud of her because of the level of maturity she showed, and the level of decency. That in such kind of a mundane environment, you can also see that people can distinguish themselves. So we are very proud of our behavior in that, and people keep calling us to say, oh, this is your student, oh, she was exceptional. I mean, this is the kind of story we want to hear. And of course, our debating societies has always been excelling everywhere, winning laurels everywhere. The last time they were in the National Assembly, National Student Debate, they came second, only beaten by University of Lagos Debating Society, and they are invited by other international. In fact, they have just been invited for the World Student Debate holding in Spain, and we're thinking about it. They've just also been invited by the African Student Debating Society holding in Ghana. So the students are excelling. Our students are excelling.
I want to thank you, men of the press, for coming around as usual to help us disseminate information about our convocation. Most of you have been here for over 5 years now. You've been keeping us company. Let me begin by thanking our Vice Chancellor for facilitating this process. And one thing I would like to highlight, there are two major events in the university which are called the Vice Chancellor's Party. One is convocation, is the Vice Chancellor's party. And the other one is when a professor is presenting inaugural lecture. And so the Vice Chancellor uses those opportunity to celebrate, because as the Vice Chancellor, he is the head of academic affairs of the university. So we thank you, Avisi, for facilitating this preparation for our 10th convocation and for the press briefing you have just given. I'd like to thank our principal officers who are physically here. They have been wonderful support to us in the planning committee. We thank you for sparing your time to be here this morning for this briefing. They are never tired of supporting us, and we run to them every now and then, and they're always there for us. Thanks to our indefatigable professor of mass comm, Professor Sambe. And as you heard from the introduction, he's here with a whole team of mass comm, I don't know what we call them, professionals, to make sure that, and the extensive coverage that have been given to the activities of this institution is applaudable. So, Prof, thank you very much, and thanks for coming. You've been part of us in the planning committee, sometimes in person, other times by proxy. We appreciate that. And thanks to Director of Development, who is here, is a member of our committee, but by the singular fact of that office, he's been very supportive. We are very proud that every year we have this good turnout of graduates, and with first class. Like this year we're having 30 of them, and maybe next year we will have more. Now, the students themselves deserve this as a result of their hard work. So we are very happy about this achievement, and we really want to maintain the momentum to make sure that Veritas University join the high ranking of universities with quality products to the end.
You are watching CTV.